every time that I say I can't get any more busy, I get more busy. It's crazy. So last weekend, I snuck back up to Pennsylvania, went to a wedding, had a great time. Still squeezed in a 40-hour work week last week, and just came off of a 60 this week. So life has been absolutely crazy. Working 6 10s, so whew, it's intense. You just gotta hold on for the ride sometimes. I wake up before the sun is up and go to work, but at least I catch a nice sunrise usually, and it's a short commute, so I don't mind it. Already behind me, it's Contingent, first deal. We'll see how it goes. So this is it. This is what everything has led up to this point right here. So, I was a real estate agent for almost 2 years, and I've gone and looked at a lot of properties, and I've met a lot of people who are real estate investors, and I got the bug. I want to invest in real estate, and what you're looking at here is something that I've been working on for quite a while. It's literally been years in the making. All right, folks, that was a sneak peek of the property that I have under contract. It's the first deal that I've gotten under contract. I've gone and looked at a lot of real estate, and the time is right. I got my money in order, and it's go time. So why am I buying property? Basically, my strategy is, so I work a 9-to-5 job, but ultimately, I don't want to work a 9-to-5 forever. So I'm going to invest in assets which give me money that I don't have to work for. So the strategy that I'm playing on, it's called the buy and hold cash flow strategy. So basically, I'm going after properties where the rent is greater than the expenses of carrying the property. So if the property costs me $900 a month, I want it to rent for at least $100 to $200 cash flow every month. So that's like my bare minimum. So I'd want it to rent for $1,100 to $1,200. So that's why I'm buying real estate. In the meantime, this first deal is going to be a house hack. So I'm going to live in it a little bit, improve it in ways that I can. The one that I have under contract right now, it requires a lot of minor cosmetic stuff to be done for it. The finishes are very builder grade, so I'm going to go in there, give it a new coat of paint, throw in some backsplashes, maybe redo the flooring. The flooring's pretty old, so I have some time before this real estate deal closes. Basically what that process looks is, I got my money in order, I've been saving away some cash, and keep in mind, when you're putting money down in real estate, if you have $10,000 down and you go to buy a $100,000 property, you're going to need to get a mortgage for over $90,000, because you can't just put that 10 grand right into the property. There's going to be closing costs. You're going to have to pay for inspections. You're going to have to pay to process that mortgage, and some other things that might come up. You're going to have to pay attorney fees, all that good stuff. So that's something to keep in mind. Basically, where I'm at in this process is in a contingency period. So when I wrote up the contract, I had a 10-day contingency period. So basically, anytime in that 10-day period, I can say, whatever, I changed my mind. And when you're doing a deal, you put earnest money down. This earnest money is your skin in the game. It shows that, all right, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is and put it out here. And basically, if you pull out of the deal for any reasons outside of the contingency period, that money goes to the listing agent and the seller for tying up their time, basically. So I have 3 contingencies in the deal. I have a 10-day contingency period, I have an inspection contingency, and a mortgage contingency. So basically, I have to be able to get the funding. I have to basically say, all right, I want to buy this property after 10 days, after mulling it over, and then I also have the inspection contingency. So I got this deal under contract last Friday. So my 10 days are almost up. I had the inspection done this Wednesday, and I actually found some things on the inspection that I didn't like. So the property was built in 2007, and the water heater and the AC are showing signs that they're starting to go. The AC actually isn't functioning as it should be. So with that, I gave the sellers a counter offer, which they counter offered that, and I gave them another counter offer. So basically, because of these deficiencies that I found with the property, I don't want to pay for value that isn't there. So if something isn't working right, that makes the value go down. So I'm asking for a lower purchase price, or for them to repair those things. So we'll see what they have to say. I just sent off the email this morning, so we're in the negotiation period of that. The mortgage should be good to go, and I want the deal. So after those 10 days are up, I feel pretty solid about it. So as long as we can work out the stuff that came up in the inspection, the deal should be a go and set to close October 25th. So it was a pretty short close. The property's been on the market for maybe 20 days. Those better deals on the market, you really have to act fast on them because they go off the market extremely fast. If you see a deal that's been sitting on the market for 100, 200, 300 days, you know that there's something wrong with it. Because if it's a good deal, there's a lot of investors in almost every area. Good deals, they don't last long. They get sucked up pretty fast. So, something to keep in mind. So my money's all in order. Contingencies are getting worked out. And after the contingency period, you go into a phase called under contract. So the contingency period is over and the deal is under contract and you are on your way to close. So hopefully that period is coming up pretty fast for me. And once I get in there, once I get the keys at closing, gonna move my stuff in there, get out of my short-term lease, and live in that property for the extent of my time here in Charleston. And I work 60 hours a week, but I'm gonna get that sweat equity. Sweat equity is the money that basically saving on labor when you do improvements on a property. So I'm gonna paint the place, maybe throw in some flooring. I'm actually going into Lowe's later, get some quotes on some flooring because that stuff gets pretty pricey. But we'll see. The property has good bones. I mean, I like it. It's 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2 parking spaces. HOA covers the exterior. So once I'm done living in it and it's good to go as a rental, it'll be a pretty easy one to maintain. It's close to a naval base, so I'm hoping to get a long-term Navy person in there maybe. We'll see. I got to be careful what I say. Gosh. So that's my update. We'll see if that deal closes. I'm gonna feel really great once this contingency period gets all worked out. After the negotiations for that, the deficiencies that I found on that inspection are all taken care of. I'm gonna feel a lot better, and this deal should be on its way to close October 25th. So it's really exciting. First deal under contract. It's a big step, and got to go from there. When I was driving to work, I had this big, epiphany. It's already, it's nothing that I haven't known already, but it struck me so hard this week. If you have a dream, you have to put in the work. Life has a lot of unspoken rules, just like the laws of the universe. Physics, for every action there's a reaction. So if your action does not match what it takes to get that accomplished, you're not going to have that desired reaction. So take action consistently and with everything that you got, because you only got one life to live. So you got to play hard, work hard, pursue your passions, and make it happen and do whatever it takes. So that's my update, guys. Have a great week. So the rest of this video is just a couple clips of Fort Moultrie on Sullivan Island. That's where I spent my day off. I always like checking out abandoned places, and Charleston has a lot of history. I'm not a big history buff, but it's still pretty cool. Well,
on a side note, I think this place might be haunted. Just saying.